Beginning to welcome yourself here in this moment, just as you are. Taking a deep, full breath in, opening the door to your whole self. And as you exhale, stepping through the portal of that door, bringing with you all the parts of yourself that may be hesitant, may be questioning, may be carrying doubt, anxiety, depression. Bring your whole self through that door into this present moment, welcoming. Each inhalation, an open door. Each exhalation, a stepping through. Acknowledging what is behind us, whatever our morning activities entailed, noticing that that's in the past now. Yesterday and all the days before are behind us. And while we may carry them as memories or active thoughts in our mind, the reality is that all of that time is past. Sensing the presence of this breath that's arriving right now at your doorstep. And welcoming that breath in. Feeling the breath welcome you, your mind, your heart, the spirit of who you are. Your whole self. And bringing some awareness to what is before us, what is in the future in terms of our yearnings, our hopes, our plans, our wishes, our dreams. Just having a sense of what is the future that we carry in our mind, knowing that it's not here yet. It only lives in our thoughts. And we create our future to some degree. There is some influence over our future that begins with now. How are we showing up now? Determines our future to a large extent. And so in this very present moment, we might ask ourselves, what is our intention? How do we want to travel in this life we've been given, these days that lie ahead? Where do we want to go? How do we want to get there? How do we want to feel about each step we take in the direction of our longing? And perhaps we wish to build a life and live a life that is infused with a sense of ethics, ethical principles that guide and keep us on course. And if that's true, what might be some of these ethical principles? To speak the truth, no matter what. To refrain from gossip. To take what is truly ours, not too much, not too little. To consume just enough of the resources on this planet we live upon. To keep our hearts open, to conduct ourselves in a way that is peaceful and causes no harm. The Buddha offered us the eightfold path. It's not a straight path, and it's not one way. It's maybe more vertical than horizontal, and maybe more spiraling and curving with layers than straight lines. And so we might imagine the path in which we wish to walk upon and send that into the imagined future. Maybe even to imagine our future self a few years along this path. And can we step into that future self in this very moment, here now? Sensing the body that you live inside of, embracing all that we long for. And recognizing that each one of us in this virtual space may have a similar path, and sensing the support of being together in Sangha, in this community, that we are not alone on this path. And you might even give your path a name: the path of peace, the path of open-heartedness, path of compassionate service, the path of freedom and liberation from the tyranny of the mind that can take us down many roads of suffering. And so let's breathe together with this moment, with this very breath, right here, right now, on the path. Together, and it's much easier to move in this body on the path when the body has ease and comfort, just enough tension to support each step. And releasing tension that's not needed. In service of the mind, body, heart, spirit, we will engage in a body scan, which helps to steady the mind on each body part that's named, to anchor the attention on the sensations of each body part, to feel, to sense within the body, and to perhaps set the intention of greater ease. And so we begin with the head, the face. So just pausing, taking a breath in, and sensing the weight of the head, the bones of the skull, the mass of the brain, and the mask of the face, inviting an expressionless face, softening muscles around the jaw, the tongue, eyes, between the brows and the forehead. Softening even the eyelids. Around the lips. Bringing awareness down into the throat. Inhaling awareness of the throat open, closed, someplace in the middle. And awareness of also the back of the neck. Sensing all the muscles that support the head. Finding ease in the throat and in the neck. Inhaling awareness of the tops of the shoulders. Awareness of pressure, weight, and perhaps choosing to let some of that go. Inviting lightness, greater ease. And we might discern whether we've been carrying excess weight on the shoulders, responsibilities that belong to others that are truly not ours to carry. What we carry may be enough. It truly is a responsibility to lead an ethical life, a mindful life, a considerate and compassionate, open-hearted life. It truly is a responsibility. And taking a breath in, and as you exhale, bringing awareness down the arms, all the way down, elbows, wrists, hands and fingers, each joint of the fingers, all the way to the fingertips. Awareness of sensations, weight and volume. Noticing where the arms and the hands may be supported by another part of the body or a piece of furniture. These arms and hands that reach out into the world around us. And we bring that world closer to us. Whether it's through a hug, grasping an eating utensil to feed ourselves, or a glass to quench our thirst. A book for entertainment or information. The steering wheel of our vehicle or our bicycle. And many other tools in this world in this life. To sweep out the floor, to remove the dirt and the dust from the window, to clear the clutter. These arms, these hands, these fingers, our responsibility. They are of service to us. And on the next inhalation, bringing awareness to the whole back side of the torso, the upper back, noticing sensations around the spine, shoulder blades, the middle of the back, around the back of the ribs. An awareness of the low back, the more vulnerable part of our spine. And we might even, as we feel sensations, noticing pleasant sensations, unpleasant, neutral sensations. We might even imagine what or who has our back. What are the supports behind us? The encouragements that lift us up when we fall down. That encourage us to keep going when we want to stop. That give us hope when we want to give up. Breathe into the whole back space of this part of the body that we pay little attention to. We certainly don't see it very often without a mirror. What is it that you lean into when you need support? So that you can continue on the path of this life, this ethical life. And taking a breath in and bringing awareness as though we could send our awareness from the back side of the torso all the way around and through to the front side. Awareness of the upper chest, around the breastbone, the heart region, the lungs. And we might pause here and just tune in to the heart center, the energetic heart, the heart of emotions and connection, of love and compassion. And the heart, where we also experience disconnection and heartache and heartbreak. And we can bring a sense of greater ease to anything that is vulnerable and asking for greater support and gentleness. We can bring in compassion. There is chemistry already of compassion that organically rises from our hearts when our hearts are clear. And we can turn that compassion to ourselves when there's tenderness. And we can send that compassion to others when they are suffering, and out into this world where there is so much suffering. And let's pause and just breathe with our own hearts. And breathe with the heart of the world. Breathing in and making space to receive. Breathing out, sending it out wherever it's needed. You can choose to stay here as long as you'd like. We will continue down the torso as we complete our body scan. Awareness of the ribs expanding and contracting. Awareness of breathing into the belly. Noticing anything that is not needed, any excessive tightness or tension, a clenching or a grasping. When the belly is tight and contracted, other muscles in the body tend to follow suit. And we can experiment with ourselves, for ourselves, bringing greater softness and ease like that Buddha belly that knows how to let go. that can discern that it's safe right now in this moment to simply let go. And with the next breath, shifting awareness down into the pelvis, feeling where we sit on our seat, our chair, our cushion, the hard structures of the bones, the soft structures of flesh and muscles, internal organs. Noticing pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral sensations. Sending awareness down with the next breath into the legs, upper legs, lower legs, sensing their weight, their volume. All the way down into the ankles and the feet and the toes. And we can sense this lower part of the body, the pelvis that supports the movement of the legs, so that every step we take on this path, this ethical path of mindfulness, of open-heartedness, this path of peace, of seeking to understand rather than judge, that every step we recognize the responsibility we carry, that we walk with. And so let us just breathe for a few more breath cycles with the responsibilities that we walk with, that we walk towards, that we walk away from. Response, ability. How are we able to respond? What do we choose to respond to on this path? The whole body breathing, breathing in and breathing out. inviting awareness of breath, awareness right at the heart, right within our hearts. As we practice metta, loving kindness. May I carry my responsibilities on this path with ease and grace. May I be grateful for the land I sit upon, bringing gratitude to all those that cared for this land before me, the indigenous people, the people who were brought on slave ships, all of the ancestors. May I abide in the heart of loving kindness so that I can walk the path of peace, open-heartedness, freedom. And bringing to mind all of our loved ones, friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, teachers, all the people that serve us, all beings everywhere, near and far, people who are liberated, all those who are enslaved, all those who are suffering, all people everywhere, all the animals on this earth, all beings everywhere. May all beings walk the path of an ethical life of service, of purpose, of meaning, with grace and ease. May all beings everywhere open their hearts with gratitude to the many gifts in this world. This gift of life, this gift of breathing, and may all beings open their hearts to love, understanding, and serving the path of peace. May we bring our hands to our hearts and bow to our hearts with gratitude for giving ourselves this time, this space to practice, and bowing to each other, bowing with gratitude for the support of Sangha